afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great as it is Sunday and I'm utilizing my Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So we are taking complete leverage of this Sunday. Yeah, not even yeah, wasting your single second of this day, right?
Really, sir, I don't want to waste my time because it's very precious and I just want to keep my English learning in my priority list. Yeah.
That's really something which I would say I should admire you because you always give preference to your learning and then you have other things to do. That's great.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, whenever I just have a talk with you, it is always very informative. And I must say that you are the bank of knowledge. So I hope today also
Thank
you
you.
are going to give something or the other to our viewers.
Sure, why not? Before that, if you have something to ask about, you can ask. Otherwise, we can talk about something else. But first, you can think about it. If you have something specific to discuss about, so we can start from there only.
So you can proceed. There is nothing specific. Whatever I want to ask, I'll ask in between. Yeah.
Okay, so today, I've been talking to many co-learners, and I've been talking about only spoken English,
Hmm.
but hardly I have talked about communication. In
Hmm.
fact, most of us are, a bit confused and perplexed between communication and spoken English. So let me start from your side. What do you think about it? What is the difference between spoken English and communication? And which one is more important from your side? Over to you.
Yes, actually, sir, it's really a very interesting question. First of all, these two are very similar according to other perspective, but they are totally different. If we talk about communication skills, the communication skills, it is totally different because it includes your personality, your way of talking, your style of talking, and how you just take the things and the manner of your in communication skills. Sometimes personality development skills are also included in communication skills, that how you just talk with others, how you just keep your talks, keep your things in front of others. And when we talk about spoken English, so that is subjective, because in spoken English we are just talking about a particular language, and we are just seeing means according to our knowledge, means how we have to just go through that is particular language. We have to work on our speaking skills, where there are listening, reading, writing, and speaking as well. So these are total different, means communication skills teach us how to speak, how to keep, how to convey our ideas to other persons. That is the manner of the speaking. Yes. And now you, sir, please.
Well, the way you have elaborated the question which I've asked you is really marvelous and fabulous. I'm impressed. And secondly, the articulation level you have, it's really admirable.
Hmm.
Moreover, when it comes to me, I would say spoken English and communication seems to be same, but they are not. And honestly speaking, I have noticed that are around 60% of English speakers who are trying to learn this language or who have already learned this language, they have a big misconception about these two terminology. I've talked to many of students of mine and I've asked them that why did you join this application? So
Hmm.
they kept saying this thing that We want to improve our communication. And some of them say there, we want to improve our spoken English. So
Hmm.
for them, those two things are same. But frankly speaking, these are not. Now, what are
Yeah.
the difference between spoken English and communication?
Communications.
When I'm saying spoken English, English is just a language, nothing
Yes.
else. And you can take it as a subject as well when it comes to studies in school, colleges, and institutions. So it depends. If you are learning something in a proper way, step by step, in a chronological manner, by following some syllabus, that is called English as a subject. And
Yes.
when you are taking English as a language for the sake of speaking, conversation, interacting, and you want to mingle with people, you want to socialize yourself around the world, then you
Hmm.
would take it as a language. It has nothing to do with communication
Yeah.
because English consists only four or five things. First one is your grammar. Second one is sentence formation. Third one is vocabulary. Fourth one, the content which you are speaking. And last but not least, that is called your pronunciation.
Yes.
That's all. So it has some technicalities where you need to use some algorithm to learn this language. Now, on the other hand, when I'm talking about communication, what is communication? Communication is broader concept as compared to spoken English. It is has some wider range as compared to spoken English. Communication is an art where
Hmm.
there are two people or two persons. One is sender, the another one is receiver. If sender is sending any message to receiver, and receiver is encoding the message in the same way as sent by the sender, and
Yes.
he is responding, and the sender got the right response from the receiver, it
Hmm.
means communication success. This is what
Yes.
communication all about,
Hmm.
nothing else. But in communication, there are so many things. Communication are of basically three types. The first one is verbal, then second one is non-verbal, and the third one is visual, right? It depends on individual what exactly he chooses for himself to communicate with people.
Hmm.
Now, communication has a very deep meaning as compared to spoken English. You can
Yeah.
take English as a language for communication. You can take Hindi, French, Urdu, any of the language available in this world. It depends. But in case of English, it has a limit. English means only English, nothing else. Now, the one who is a good English speaker doesn't mean he is a good communicator.
Really. Yes. Oh.
Rather, the one who is a good communicator can easily become a good English speaker.
Hmm.
So those who are native speaker of English from United States, United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, all they speak English so well because that's their native language. But if they can speak English so well, it doesn't mean that they are good communicator too. Not. Because communication or an effective communication consists so many things. Number one, you have to understand that when you are going to communicate with someone, so the language which you are using,
Hmm.
that's not that much important. In fact, your whole body
Yeah.
communicate with people. Your
Yes. Like
eyes, your
any.
lip
Yeah.
sync, facial expression, and your hand moves, the way you're moving your body.
Hmm.
Every single part of body speaks.
Yes.
That how
I
much
can't.
attentive you are, yeah, how much attentive you are in order to have that communication. So
Hmm.
if you want to become a good communicator, you have to understand the goal of communication, why I'm communicating with person. Second, you have to be very polite, respectful, and kind hearted so that you are going to get respect again. Third thing, your voice matter a lot. It should not that much loud that irritating to ears, and not that much slow that people start sleeping. There should be a balance. Vocabularies, that vocabs which you have been choosing for yourself, vocabulary should be according to the level of audience with whom you are communicating. You need to connect yourself with your audience. You have to understand what exactly they are looking for. In the middle of communication, you have to check as well whether they are interested in your communication or not by taking some feedback. And there are so many other steps that we need to keep in accounting. Like we should be pretty much understandable to the people to whom we are talking. We should
Yes.
not speak too much fast. While communicating with people, we have to be very confident, and we need to understand the psychology of communication that we need to connect with them heart to heart. We have
Mm.
to make a very species and pure relationship with them. So we need to immerse completely ourselves in that communication. So that these things are not important in terms of spoken English. That's how I can differentiate these two terminology. Yeah, over to you.
It's a very good point because mostly people are confused that what they want to learn. They want to work upon communication skills or they want to work upon spoken one. Yes. And now you have just differentiate very appropriate manner that what is communication skills and what is spoken skills. Yes. I have one more question for you. Uh, it is if it comes to me when I mostly use this use this phrasal verb like if I talk about the word is the phrasal verb is if I talk about. I know that instead of saying if I talk about, I can say in my point of view, yeah, according to me, or in other way, yeah, if it comes to me. But mostly, whenever I have any conversation with someone, I use this phrasal verb a lot. If I talk about, if I talk about, so it doesn't look good. So how could I overcome with this problem? If I talk about,
I would say you are far lucky than those speakers which I have been talking. They mostly say according to me, according to me. And it's a very informal phrase that we should not use while speaking with someone, not even
hmm,
in our casual conversation, because it shows your bossy nature. You are a
yeah,
very big celebrity and star. Like everyone is lower than you. And that's why I think, according to me, like मेरे हिसाब से, right? So I would say the point you have said, like talking about, or if I talk about, so there are
yeah,
so many other phrasal verbs that you can use in place of this. You can say, as far as my knowledge concerned, as far
hmm,
as my experience concerned, in my opinion, I do
hmm,
agree with you, but this is
hmm,
something that I want to add about.
yes.
In addition to this, or you can say, as far as I know about it,
Yes.
as long as I feel about it. All right. So there are so many like expressions that you can use
But
apart from
this
this. Or you can say as a matter of fact, or you
yes,
can say the
this
thing is
matter of
that,
fact is good. This one
yeah,
is
there are so
really
many other things.
good as a matter of fact. Mostly it happens with me whenever I just have a conversation with someone. I mostly join with this phrasal verb like if I talk about me, if I talk about me. So that doesn't look good. I just want to just to change this basic with another one. That's good. Yeah, actually, sir, these type of words are, in my point of view, these are contagious. When we just listen to other people saying, if I talk about, mostly people use this word. If I talk about, I don't know how it these phrasal verbs just become part of my conversation also. But I really don't like to use these words. Yeah, Yes.
For that, I will say only one thing. I have given some expression to you. I want you to practice alone at a corner
Yeah.
of your home where you would start talking to
Yeah,
yourself,
I'll
and
definitely. I'll
intentionally you have to
definitely.
use these. And in my opinion, I think I should work like this. As far as my knowledge concerned, this thing is not looking good.
That is better. And now time is flying, so I have to stop. I think we should wind up the session now.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fruitful, productive, and phenomenal conversation with you always. And yeah, keep talking, keep improving, keep practicing, and this is how you can become the best version of yourself. So, wish you all the
Yes.
best for your English journey. We'll talk about some other topic and some other day. So, see you.
Yes.
Catch you later. Bye bye.
Thanks a lot for giving your precious time. Bye bye.
Likewise.